Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks Take, all in one take for Sunday night, October the 26th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I have so much to cover tonight. The game, all the awesome people that I hung out with tonight. It was like almost a record, I think, outside of a meetup for how many people from the channel, subscribers, members that I got to see and actually have good conversations with. Of course, we're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about the fact that no Hughes, no problem. Just put on every right-handed forward you have on overtime, and we're going to win the game. That was pretty crazy. PD continues a strong game. Evander Kane makes up for a little bit of his bad game yesterday. Besser, good. Garland, still good. Sherwood, amazing. So we're going to talk about all that. Going to talk a little bit about Jacob and his bowling exploits from this weekend, which are pretty cool. And then give you an update on the schedule and leave lots of times for your questions and comments. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond City, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or better, all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much you guys know that rhymes, right? You guys know I do that on purpose. The fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you and how much I never, ever, ever, ever take you for granted. I want this to be the one-stop shop at the end of the night for Canucks content. I know there's a lot of great Canucks content creators out there, some that I hung out with tonight, others that I know are streaming, maybe even still right now. But I want this to be the one-stop shop at the end of the night for you. So this is how you can get involved tonight. Subscribe to the channel. Get active in the chat section. Get notified of my videos every single day when I post them. You can like the video. Like the fact that the Canucks are back to 500. Like the fact that we beat the big, bad, nasty Edmonton Oilers. Like the fact that Kiefer Sherwood is amazing. Like the fact that I got to see so many cool people at the game. Like the fact that Jacob kicked butt in the tournament, which I'll get to in a second. And like the fact that... we continue to build a wonderful community here on Canucks YouTube, and tonight's interactions were proof positive of that. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership. You can use your monthly membership message like legendary Lucas Gates just did. I'll get to that in a second. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. So let's get to that first. Legendary Lucas Gates, one of the amazing people I got to see tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Lucas, for being a legend from the very start. Fifth, or whatever the highest level was when I started. I can't remember. 57 months. Legendary Lucas Gates, a member for 57 months. What a game to kickstart my birthday week. That's right. That's right. What a ride 32 years has been. In less than a week, I'll be riding into my Henrik Sedin year on a massive high. Like, sub, member, and more. Thank you for the reminder, legendary Lucas Gates. Given my show schedule for this week, I think the best is if I can get you, I'll message you, but if I can get you on the show on Thursday night for a little bit, that would be the best. But Lucas, I will message you. Love having the Legends and Hall of Fame on to celebrate their birthday. So legendary Lucas Gates, let's give him some love for using his monthly membership message. All right, let me do this quick. I can talk about Jake was in Washington State bowling in a five-man team tourney. There were more than 5 people in the tournament. So it was a team of 5. He was awesome. He was the 10th best bowler out of 140 bowlers. So proud of him. They finished in 6th, so they don't win prize money, but they get free entry till next year's tournament. So I guess that is prize money of a few $100s. But proud of Jacob for being the second best bowler on his team. They actually had a semi-pro bowler on their team, but then Jacob was the second best bowler of the 5, and he among others, helped carry that team to a 6th place finish out of 30 teams in a very, very tough and prestigious tournament in Washington State. So he's back in town now. He's visiting his lady friend, but happy his girlfriend Michelle. You met her on the stream when her and Cheska, Sean's fiance, when they made me up to look like the prettiest girl around. That didn't sound right. So yes, so congratulations, Jacob, and his amazing bowling. And guess what? I get to play against Jacob on Tuesday night. You know how last week I thought I was playing against Sean? I completely misread the schedule, but my team is playing against Jacob's team on Tuesday night. So we'll see what kind of mood I'm in after the Canucks hopefully destroy JT Miller and the Rangers as well. But more on that later. So that's a bit about Jacob. Now, before I get to tonight's game, I want to talk about some of the sights and sounds from tonight's game. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys a couple of things here. All right. So, I said, good pace to hey, Film Wax, I'll get to your monthly membership message in a second. Thank you. Good pace to tonight's Canucks game. Team seems really engaged and committed to playing a physical game. I'll get to that in a second. Okay, that's awesome, Lucas. I will message you. Thank you, Lucas. Then, at the first intermission, I got to see, well, actually, Gerald, this good-looking guy here, and Tyler, legendary line change. Those two guys were at the game in my section. That's awesome because that's where Gerald's seats are. Then, of course, this is my lovely wife, Gail. This is lovely Selena, who wasn't working today. She was actually at the game and wearing this horrendous jersey. But thank you, Selena, for hooking us up today. We appreciate you. So there is your shout out. I'm not sure if you're watching, but Gail mentioned that I should shout you out. And of course I'm going to shout you out. So thanks for taking care of us. And then we have the legend himself, Rosario, right there. Speaking of legends, nothing is perfect. Goes doubleheader, does the Abbotsford game, and then does the Canucks game with guests, with people. I said, you might as well go 24 hours, but then who's dumb enough to do a 24-hour live stream? So welcome, Russell. Hope you had a really good stream tonight. So yes, so this was my first intermission meetup. Gerald, legendary line change, Tyler, my lovely wife Gail came, Selena, Hall of Fame member Selena, and Rosario. And thanks again, Selena, for taking care of us. Then later in the day, I got to see Hall of Fame member Justin Credible, who was working. So I got to see Justin, got to see legendary Lucas Gates, who is working as well. Got to give him a hug. Saw some friends from church. I saw some people that I didn't recognize. Actually, they stopped me and said hi, but I was actually on the phone with my mom. So then I didn't get a chance to meet that guy during the second intermission. And then we sat next to, I sold tickets to, and we sat next to the dynamic duo, the sisters of Pauline and Patricia Macapagal. Not sure if they're in the stream as well, but had a wonderful time. I'm glad they got to meet my lovely wife, Gail. The two of them are lovely as well, Pauline and Patricia. So not sure if you guys are in the chat, but yes. So tonight I saw Pauline, Patricia, Justin, Lucas, Gerald, Tyler, Rosario, and Selena, among others. And what was really funny is, I love meeting people. I don't care how big my channel is. I don't care how much money I make from this channel. Spoiler alert, it's not a lot, but I appreciate all your generosity. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the views, subs. I actually do it for the community that I'm building. And so I was telling this to Gerald and others. But what's really funny is when Jacob goes to one of these bowling tournaments out of town, he gets recognized a lot because of his big YouTube channel and his great social media presence. So we both have a social media presence. He's got a big bowling channel. I got a decent sized Canucks channel. So we always joke around about who has more influence, who gets recognized more. Not that it matters to either of us, but it's still like a little fun little argument that we have within the family. So he was getting recognized at his bowling tournament by about a dozen people. And I wouldn't say I got recognized by a dozen people today, but I got to make about a dozen connections tonight. So great to see everyone. I'll get to your donation, Lucas, in a second. So I want to show you this. The game winner. I said, here's my tweet. Who needs to play a defenseman in overtime? Not the Canucks. So I'm going to let you watch this 40-second video. This is the view from my seats, the overtime winner by Kiefer Sherwood, deflection. And you can hear me say, if you listen carefully, you can actually hear me say, there's no defenseman on the ice. We have no defenseman out there. Here's the game winner right here. So I'm not sure if you heard me say we have no defenseman out there, which is pretty cool. And then here's my post-game haiku. Sherwood came to play, 3 forwards on ice to win. No Hughes, no problem. Obviously, I want Quinn Hughes to come back, but tonight we made it work without him. So once again, shout out to Gerald, Tyler, Selena, Rosie, Lucas, Justin, Pauline, and Patricia, among some of the amazing people that I got to see tonight. Okay, I got to catch up on some generosity because you guys have been amazing. My friend Fillmore Wax, member for 33 months, uses his monthly membership message.
And he got it! Who do you think you are? I am!
Love this, Fillmore. I've been lucky to see the Canucks while here in Alberta. Nothing like being in my hotel room in Edmonton to see this win. So picture this. Fillmore Wax, who grew up here with me, we went to the same elementary school, who lives in California, is watching the Canucks from Edmonton beat the Oilers from home in Rogers Arena. Like, that's where the Canucks played, obviously. And Fillmore Wax from Vancouver, living in California, watching the Canucks beat Edmonton from a hotel room in Edmonton. I don't know if you can make it any more convoluted than that, but I appreciate your monthly membership. And I appreciate you being here for 33 months. Let's give some love to Fillmore Wax in the chat. But we ain't done. Legendary Lucas Gates with the $14 donation. Great to have seen some of the CCC crew at the team store tonight. The Lucas Gates crew. They're not the CCC crew. Let's say we ran Edmonton taps dry. It's because they're the Oilers? Oil? Sure, let's go with that. You're smarter than me, Lucas, but thank you for being a legend for 57 months, as I mentioned, and thank you for the $14 donation. Let's give legendary Lucas Gates some love in the chat. But we ain't done. Oh, he likes bowling, so I'm going to do the bowling one more time.
And he got it!
RSA Jackie, usually in Sweden where he lives, but today he's in Vienna. So have a great day from Copenhagen / Vienna. Thank you. I think those are Swedish crowns. I have no clue what $20 is, but 20 Swedish crowns is. I should know. I went to Sweden 3 summers ago. But regardless, that doesn't make me any less grateful. So let's give some love to Jackie, RSA, in the chat. And then, of course, we got Big Dino with the big dono.
3, 2, 1.
So shout out to Dino with the $28 donation. Amazing generosity. Dino and his mother Mena, I'm sure nearby. So thank you very much, Dino. Appreciate your generosity. So add it all up, and atop the leaderboard right now. Oh, referring to beer taps. Oiler Nation having to drink to console their loss. I'll take it. And Swervin Yrvin with that's an oil tap joke. Love it, Lucas. And there we go. And then Swervin Yrvin with the human calculator, the foreign currency calculator. Thank you. Sorry to hear that you're sick, Shannon, but I got to stay on track. But I am sorry to hear that you're sick, Shannon. So right now, Dino takes the lead with 1,100 experience points. Lucas in second with 625. Fangirl in third with 600. We got RSA with 225. And then Simon at 150. And that is your top 5 right now. I appreciate all of you. You know what's really funny? It's 11:15. We're 15 minutes in. And I haven't talked. Well, actually, I showed a couple highlights from the game already. Haven't really talked about the game. Waiting for someone in the live chat or in the replay tomorrow to say, just talk about the Canucks already. But it's funny. When the Canucks win, and when it's a weekend, and when my son kicks butt in a bowling tournament, and when I get to see so many awesome people at the game, I'm going to take a couple minutes to acknowledge all of that. Whereas if it's a midweek game where nothing exciting is happening and we lose, I basically get into the misery right away, and my show is only like 45 minutes. So we will see how long we go tonight. I'm in a good mood. I hope you guys are in a good mood. We are all in a good mood. And as Swervin says, here we go. He's tired of this rambling. He says, let's go Sedge VC time. That's right. The Clay Edge Goal Visualizer commentary. And I get it. You know, a lot of people do this on their streams, and there's only so much things you can do because you can't show actual replays. You'll get demonetized. So I get it, but I love doing this, and I think it's a lot of fun. And it's even more fun because I was at the game tonight. So let's go. Edge Goal Visualizer. Got to share my screen. Remember when we went to COVID and everyone, instead of just sharing their screen, would say, okay, now I'm going to share my screen. Well, no kidding. But I can't believe I just said it right now too. So I'm sharing my screen. There. I said it. First goal. Evander Kane. Does he rate? So here's the other thing that I recognize. I did not stream last night, and it's not because the Canucks lost. I was actually at the Boys to Men concert. And for those of you who enjoy Boys to Men or know their age, yeah, they're my age. They were popular when I was in high school. And that's really all you need to know about how old Boys to Men are. I'm going to recognize this first, and then we'll get to it in like a couple minutes in the Edge Goal Visualizer. Jackie with another donation. So 20 more Swedish crowns, $2.98 according to legendary Swervin Yrvin. Bush made a sick pass, but Leon was 110% offside. We will see that in a couple of minutes when I get to that goal. But thank you, RSA, for the donation. Let's give Jackie some love in the chat. Don't you ever be late with the Sedge VC. Some YouTubers seem to get away with, oh, I did not know that, but that's okay. That's okay. I like this. I think this was originally a good original idea of mine from the start. That came across too, like, not of mine. Anyone can do this, but pretty sure I was doing it first. Not that it matters. No, I sound like a bitter old man. No, there's only so much we can do, right? We can all share a visualizer, box score, stats, and there's a lot of things that other content creators do that I don't, because either I don't know how to, don't care to do, or it's their awesome idea. Okay, I promise I'll get to the Edge Goal Visualizer, but I have to recognize this from Shannon. Not feeling well, but still helping me out. What a great save. Let's say great save, Emo. Great save, Shannon. Let's give some love to Hall of Fame member Shannon Hollingworth with a $10 donation. Go Canucks Go. CCC Crew is the best, and so is Canuck Clay. Well, Go Canucks Go, yes. CCC Crew is the best. I agree. So is Canuck Clay. Nah, I'm just trying my best to hang out with everyone, to build community. But thank you, Shannon. You are a huge part of this community. So let's give Shannon some love in the chat. And here we go. Just incredible. I got to see him, and I love it. I love when I get to see the hardworking Just Incredible at the game. That's the video where I almost break my leg. Just Incredible with a $20 donation. Hall of Fame member Just Incredible. Surprising win, but it was great to see you and the other legends in the CCC tonight. Tuesday game is going to be a good one. I would love to see all you guys on Tuesday night, but alas, it's bowling night, and I pay for that league, so I can't really skip nights. But thank you, Justin. Let's give Justin some love for the $20 donation. You made good Canuck songs for it. Thank you, Junk Card. I get it. Junkyard Dog, Junk Card Dog. Is that a wrestling reference? Love it. Yeah, I always watch because I'm so conceited, right? I always watch my own videos. But yeah, we did a lot of really good songs for sure. But I think that's a kind of a thing that's kind of so 10 years ago, right? And Gerald, no problem, man. I'm glad that you and Tyler are enjoying each other's company. You do not. I'm not sure if you saw. I showed the picture that you took, and it was great to meet you guys. See you guys. All right. The haters are gonna get mad at me, but I think it's important to recognize your generosity. Skytrain Elfin with the $14 donation. Skytrain Alfred with a $14 donation. Big OT win tonight. Who's Lucas Eichler? I think you meant to say Lucas Reichel, but our German guy Lucas was getting his chances. He'll get his goals for sure. Yes, he was very noticeable today. Great speed and good defensively, which was a knock on him. So thank you, Skytrain Alfred, for the $14 donation. You were awesome, but we ain't done. You guys are amazing. You guys must be in a good mood tonight. I'm in a good mood tonight. I can tell because I'm talking so fast.
And he got it!
Fangirl with the $7 donation. What a win tonight got. Now, I don't know if she meant what a win tonight GOAT, like greatest of all time. What a win tonight good. What a win tonight goal in overtime. But I read it as I see it. So what a win tonight got. Thank you, Fangirl, for that donation. You are awesome. Let's give Fangirl some love in the chat. All right. I better... Oh, okay. Come on, guys. Speaking of hockey... Speaking of Rogers Arena experience, one of the reasons, I'm not just saying this, I'm not just sucking up because he's in the stream and he said something nice. Ronel Desai. Ronel is one of the 2 in-game hosts with Kat. So good. So good. Ronel, I just want to say, you make such a difference. Your interviews, your activations, your contests, and the way that you basically got the crowd pumped up between the third period and overtime. That's the reason why we won. So Ronel Desai, everyone, let's give Ronel some love in the chat. He is a huge reason why Canucks in-game entertainment is so good. Love the coverage, Clay. Looking forward to seeing you at the arena later this season. Let's get loud on Tuesday, Canucks fans. Yes, thank you, Ronel. I love that you love the coverage. I love seeing you at the arena, even though I didn't get to do that tonight. I won't be there on Tuesday night, but let's give some love to Ronel for being an amazing, amazing in-arena host. Yeah, look at the love for Ronel. Ronel is the GOAT. I agree. Ronel is in here. That's so cool. I always see him when I'm at games. Yeah, and we see him and we hear him. How can we not? Ronel hype. W Ronel, let's get hype on Tuesday. Ronel Desai. Kiefer Sherwood. Connor Garland. Let's go PD because Elias Pettersson doesn't. It's got to be a right two syllable. So it's let's go PD. What else works? Tyler Myers. Clayton Emo. It's the first time I've used my full name. Okay, now you can tell I'm really, really, really hyper. Carol, the legend herself, she comes in with a $5 donation. You guys are amazing tonight.
3, 2, 1.
We're 25 minutes into the show. I haven't done my Edge Goal visualizer yet. You can see it still in the over under on how many people are going to complain on the live chat replay tomorrow that or the comments that I took so long to get to the game. I don't care. We're having fun, right? Actually, don't answer that if it's not true. Carol with the $5 donation. I have an idea, Clay. You should make a t-shirt that says we are done. I think she means to say we ain't done or we aren't done. No, what do I say? We ain't done. Yeah. I think, Carol, that you meant to say we ain't done as when I'm talking about referring to donations and generosity, because we are done, it means that the donations cut off and it means that the Canucks are cooked. So I'm going to suggest that even though I read it as you type it, that you're saying we ain't done. And I think that's an awesome idea for a shirt. Let's give some love to legendary Carol Bovenlander in the chat. Okay. Are we caught up now? I think we're caught up now, right? Oh no, we ain't done. We ain't done. Skytrain Alfred, and this chant brings back horror stories and memories of all the bowling tournaments I've been to over the past 6 years. But I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. We played so hard and we won an OT. Don't know what it is, but with the Oilers losing, I like it. I live it. Remember, I read what you typed. I think that meant to say I love it. I want some more of it. Thank you, Skytrain Alfred, for the $14 donation. Let's give Skytrain Alfred some love in the chat. Wow. This is going to be pretty crazy. When we do the tally for the leaderboard. Awesome. Okay. Now, I will say if anyone donates in the next 5 minutes while I'm recapping the game, 5 to 10 minutes, I will highlight them before my mid-show sponsor because you can tell I have some ADHD sometimes and I'm bouncing all over the place. So let's see what happens. First goal. Evander Kane, much maligned after the Montreal game, but he makes a beautiful play. So here comes Edmonton. Then Marcus Pettersson intercepts that long pass. And I love this play. Look, wide open. Kane actually wins a foot race. But and I've said this before, I think it was the Kane pass to Lekkerimäki in maybe the first game of the season. Kane, his vision is good. His hands aren't necessarily. But this play, he knows Besser's coming. He does a blind back pass, behind the back pass, right on Besser's stick. Look at that. And Besser does, I think it's a quick backhand, right? Puts a backhand through Calvin Pickard's 5-hole. Really, really, really like this play from Kane. I love how Besser went to the net. So once again, we'll watch this in real time. Here goes the puck. Pettersson, a quick up. Kane gets on it. Does a backhand blind pass to Besser. 1-0 Canucks. 15 minutes into the game. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Then in the second period, it's Pettersson on a power play. A lot of patience here. Pettersson, Hronek, Pettersson. Then it goes around the net. Carlson, around to Garland, back to Hronek, back to Petey, one-timer, far side, beautiful. And interesting, look, that Carlson was on this power play. I can't remember if DeBrusque had subbed off or something, but I really liked how, with no Hughes out with the lower body injury, the power play really went through Hronek and Petey. And I love how in this one, they were so patient that they went completely around the net. Let's watch it one more time. Petey to Hronek, Hronek back to Petey, down to Carlson, around to Garland, back to Hronek, back to Petey. Besser getting dizzy in the middle. Boom. Canucks are up 2-0. Now, this is the one that Fillmore Wax said that Draisaitl was offside, right? I know it's hard to see on this thing, but, we look safe here. But then I think Draisaitl pump faked DeBrusque as if he was going to make a line change, and then he shoots out to the middle. Because watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Now here's Bouchard. Look how Tyler Myers is there. It's not complete. He's kind of camouflaged by the Canucks logo. Let's see. I know this is a visualizer. Oh, that's, obviously we're not going to be able to tell anything because it's a circle, right? So I don't know where Draisaitl's, but the Canucks didn't challenge it. So I will have to take a quick closer look at this. Beautiful flat pass from Bouchard though. Draisaitl gets past DeBrusque and Myers, and then he goes glove side on Thatcher Demko. So 2-1 Canucks. I said to the two sisters, Patricia and Pauline, those are kind of backbreakers at the end of a period. I guess what's the gauge? Is it within a minute, 2 minutes? This is 3.5 minutes away, but it's still not great. Then Sherwood actually could have scored in the first period. He had a beautiful dangle, a drag move. He must have been working on this thing because he had a wonderful drag move in the first period, shorthanded, that Pickard saved. Then he had a goal called back. And when I saw that happen, not to pile on Drew O'Connor, who had a decent game, not great. Adam Foote said it was O'Connor's best game of the season, which is fine. I didn't like on the offside play. I'm not going to show it because it's not a goal and there's no visualizer for it. Can you imagine if they did a visualizer for every single play? But I didn't like how O'Connor didn't gain the line first because he knew Myers and Ratu were streaking down the right side. O'Connor just had to take one more step and then one more stride and then gain the zone. But instead he tried his pass, which was a nice pass to Sherwood from the neutral zone. And by the time Sherwood got in the zone, both I think Ratu and Myers were already in the zone. So that's why it was called offside. But Sherwood gets back. This is a beautiful, beautiful play. DPD, touch pass from Besser. And now it looks pretty, it's almost a 2-on-1, but it looks pretty innocent here. But Sherwood goes outside in on Ekholm and then puts it past Pickard. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Sherwood has the best sellies too. I think when I do my goal breakdown next week for this game, it'll look a lot better. But again, beautiful touch pass from Besser. Sherwood goes outside in, drag move on Ekholm, past Pickard. And we have a 2-goal lead. We're laughing, right? We're laughing. Not so fast. Not so fast. Because Jack Roslovic scores, the player that the Canucks were linked to, assisted by Podkolzin, a player that the Canucks drafted back in 2019 with their 10th overall pick. I was at that draft. You guys know that story. Then we traded for JT Muir the next day. So shot goes in the corner. This is a series of errors by Canucks players. So Sherwood could have made a play there, but he loses the puck to Roslovic. Then Reichel, not blaming Reichel there, but definitely blaming Tyler Myers here. Tyler Myers has a lot of time here, and he's a righty. So he can simply just lug the puck up on his forehand. But he kind of gets himself in trouble. I would have loved a quick pass to Kane. That would have been safe. Off the board's hard. If you ice it, so be it. But instead, he gets checked by Podkolzin, and now Roslovic comes in, snaps it past Demko on his blocker side, and now it's 3-2. Okay, 3-2, no big deal, until Marcus Pettersson gets called for a slash, and then this Edmonton power play, they're so good. I was talking to Gerald when Gerald came up to sit with me for a few minutes. They're so dangerous on the cross-ice pass, and we've talked about this many times on this channel, that is the highest percentage play now, is to go cross-ice. But when you have McDavid and Draisaitl, it's ridiculous. So here we go. Nuge, back to Bouchard, down to Nuge, back to McDavid. And then you knew something bad was going to happen because Draisaitl just hanging out here. Here comes McDavid. Sherwood, in taking this guy, he leaves this wide open. And sure enough, it's a one-timer. And with 5 minutes to go, it is 3-3. All the Edmonton fans who were so quiet for the game, well, they weren't quiet, but we shut them up. Now they're all chirping and beaking and barking and whatever other verb you want to use. And then it's overtime. Overtime, the Canucks start with, I'm pretty sure it's Petey, DeBrusk, and Hronek. And then it becomes this, what I showed to you off the start of the show. These three right-handed forwards in Sherwood, Besser, and Garland. And we kind of saw this. I showed you my video, but I love what they did here. So it's Sherwood just controlling the puck, taking it easy, down to Garland, and then Sherwood goes towards the net. Garland then a bit of a pick play with Besser. Besser wrists it at the net, and Sherwood tips it in, and the Canucks win 4-3. Obviously, you're happy the Canucks win. They break their losing streak. They erase the stench from yesterday. They get the 2 points. You don't like the fact that Edmonton gets a point, but I'd rather, if it means Edmonton gets a point so we can get 2 as opposed to they get the 2, then I guess I'll take it. I think this is a huge confidence builder for the Canucks, knowing that they just took down the Western Conference finalists for the past 2 seasons, and they did it without Quinn Hughes. By the way, I've always talked in an overtime winning goal. I'm always curious to see who goes to the game-winning scorer, the goal scorer, and who goes to the goalie. So in this case, let's see all the Canucks pile on. Usually the forwards go to the forwards, right? Or the game-winning goal scorer, and the defense go to the goaltender. So let's see what happens here. So we got Petey and Ratu starting us off. They go to the front. There's D. Petey. Kind of remember. Oh, no, he's going to the forwards. There's Reichel. And then D. Petey remembers he's a defenseman. This should be my new, I think this should be my new video series is who goes to what player after a game-winning goal. I'm not sure how long that series would last. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. So D. Petey, Marcus Pettersson, Tyler Myers, rushing to Demko. Who's 63? That's Sasson, right? Why is he going to Demko? And then there's Hron. Okay, so this makes sense. Here's the 5 D-men because Mancini was out, remember. So Myers, Marcus Pettersson, Hronek, forward defenseman, DPD. I'm missing a defenseman. Who am I missing, you guys? I'm missing someone. Hronek, Myers, DPD. Oh, where's Joseph? Joseph is here. Okay. So that was kind of fun. I don't know if you guys found that fun. I thought that was kind of cool. All right, let's go. Shots. They dominate us 13-8. Although it didn't feel like domination. Demko was good. We had the lead. Then so pretty even, 29-27. We won the faceoff battle for once, which is nice. Power plays. Both teams went 1 for 2. I thought the Canucks had way more hits than this. That doesn't feel right because I thought the Canucks were the more aggressive team in the first period. But regardless. And then we had 18 block shots, and I think Petey had a bunch of them, which is pretty cool. I read a stat that he's leading all forwards in block shots. So, I know he hasn't lit the world on fire. Well, he had a 3-point game yesterday, which is good with his offense, but he's doing a lot of other things, which is really, really good. Who cares about Edmonton? Canucks, let's go. Besser, 3-point night, 1 and 2. Garland, 2-point night. Pettersson with this goal, Sherwood with 2 goals, 6 on the season now. Kane with this is still -1 though, so got to clean that up a little bit. And then on ice time, Baines was a low man at 6, Sasson at 7, and Carlson at 8. Okay, that makes sense, I guess, because they were the fourth line, whereas Ratu was the third line with Sherwood and Drew O'Connor. On the high end, Garland with 22, Besser with 20, Petey with 20. That would seem to make sense. Look at this. Shots on goal, 5 from Sherwood, 4 from DeBrus. DeBrus is good. He's not piling up a lot of points, but I think DeBrus is playing pretty well, actually. And then 3 from Besser. So our best players were certainly our best players. 4 block shots from Petey. You got to give him props for that. 4 block shots. DeBrus with 2. And then 4 hits from Drew O'Connor, 4 hits from Sherwood. So Sherwood, another solid game. 2 goals, +1, 17 minutes, 5 shots, 1 block, 4 hits. You got to love that. And look at it. No Canucks player was under 50% in the faceoff dot, which is awesome. On D, what do we got? We got 1 assist each for Hronek, Pettersson, and Pettersson. 28 minutes for Hronek. He was a beast. 11 for Joseph, and only 8 for Mancini. I don't know. Was it upper body, lower body? Was it his knee or his leg or his shoulder? I don't even know what happened, actually. I didn't see it. 2 shots from Joseph, 2 blocks from DPD and Myers. Also, only 2 hits from defensemen. That's kind of, well, I guess the Oilers forwards are kind of hard to hit because they're so fast. And then Demko makes 26 saves on 29 shots. Do you blame him on any? No, Draisaitl scored twice. I don't think you can blame him on the 2 Draisaitl goals. And then the other goal, which I can't remember now. Oh, the Rostovic one, maybe. It was a snipe for sure. All right, a few more things. Scores. And then I'll get to, it's 11:40. That's what happens when you have so many donations, which is awesome. Devils beat the Avalanche 4-3. Who cares? And when I say who cares, I care. But in the standings, who cares? The Knights get a point. The Sharks beat the Wild. Wow, that was a shootout, 6-5. Mammoth, I think that's 7 straight, which is crazy. Kings win, boo. Stars, Predators, whatever. Flames win, boo. And Canucks win, yay. So everyone except Anaheim and Seattle were in action today. So we have Knights pick up a point, Sharks pick up 2, Kings pick up 2, Canucks pick up 2, Calgary picks up 2, Edmonton picks up 1. So no Pacific team did not pick up a point tonight. So we look at the standings, and then in our division, with all those points, we are in 4th. How did LA pass us? They suck. So Vegas, Seattle, LA, Vancouver, 13, 12, 11, 10. We are tied with Vancouver. We are Vancouver. We're tied with Edmonton, but we have more wins. And then Anaheim's right behind us with 2 games in hand. So we're not clear by any stretch of the imagination, but I'd love to be 5-5, much better than 4-6. And then when you add it all up, we are tied for the second wildcard spot, but with 3 other teams. It's early, 10 games in. We're exactly 500. We're going to have to bump that a little bit. We've been saying that the Canucks got to be about 15 games over 500 to make the playoffs. So they got to start moving, but a lot of teams need to start moving. Finally, let's look at the Canucks scoring leaders now that we're actually 10 games in and they mean something. Let's go. It is Connor Garland with 11 points in 10. Petey has 8 and 10, which is nice. Hughes has 7 and 9. Then Besser and Hronek and Sherwood have 6. Most goals, it's Sherwood with 6, Besser with 4. Most assists, it's Garland with 8. Plus minus, Garland with +6. And I told you DeBrus is playing well, even though he's not getting a lot of points. Well, he's got 4, so +4. Then let's go to shooting percentage. Teddy Bluger needs to shoot more, but he's got to play more. And then time on ice, it's Hughes, Hronek, and then Myers. So the top 3 are defensemen. Okay, there we go. Don't worry, I ignored the chat for the last 10 minutes as I had to get through all that. But let's go to my mid-show sponsor read, and then we will get to a good 20 minutes of your questions and comments for sure. So I always start out by thanking my primary sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. My secondary sponsors, the first one is Gassy Jack Art. Jack, why did my voice just crack? I'm 51 years old. Jack makes the wonderful artwork you see behind me. So check him out at GassyJackArt.com. Thank you to Mulligan Golf Company, MLGNGolf.com, maker of golf apparel and accessories. Check them out, mlgngolf.com. And thanks to my supporting sponsor, Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay. Receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. I appreciate you helping me out. A few other announcements. My shows this week. Okay, this one's tricky. This one's tricky because tomorrow night, long story short, my family helps take care of our friend's elderly father when our friends are out of town. We sleep over, we take turns sleeping over, blah, blah, blah. And tomorrow night, I may need to, the boys have always done it, and tomorrow night, they got to train me to do it, if that makes sense. So long story short, I think I'm going to be busy between 10:45 and 11:30 tomorrow night. So I'm not going to promise a show. So it works out because Parker can't do Canucks After Dark. So as of now, no show tomorrow, but there is a chance I might do a quick surprise open house. But if I do that, it'll be 11:15, 11:30. But I don't want you guys to, not that you worry, but for those of you that like certainty, my guess is I won't do a show tomorrow. Then Tuesday, it will be Canucks After Dark at 10:15. Gives me a chance to get home from bowling. And then I will do my open house at 11:30 until 12:15. So that's the play here. Is no show Monday night, but then both Canucks After Dark and open house on Tuesday night. Wednesday will be members at 11. And then Thursday will be post game against the Blues. That will be at 11 as well. And before we get to all of your comments, I'm going to give away 5 memberships right now. And I'm going to give myself the dance. So shout out to Canuck Clay for gifting 5 memberships. They go to Bob Bluger. Bob, nice to see you. I've seen you on other streams and other chats. So great to see you, Bob. RP88. We got Dismay. We got Go Jays Go. And I got to be careful how I say this last name. We got Jackie Falk. I got to be very careful. I don't want to get demonetized. So Bob, RP88, Dismay, Go Jays Go, and Jackie. I'm just going to use first name. Congratulations. Welcome to franchise membership for a month. And I think it's awesome because the timing is great because you can join my members live stream on Wednesday night. So pretty cool to have all you guys as franchise members. And yeah, on my Thursday night show as well, not only will it be Canucks postgame show, but I'll bring on legendary Lucas Gates as well as we celebrate his birthday. I like to celebrate legends and Hall of Fame members on my stream. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's go. 15 to 20 minutes of your questions and comments starting right now. If you type something in the first 45 minutes, I'm sorry, but I have no time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I mean, I have time for you, but I don't have time to go through comments from 45 minutes ago because I am so slow. Here we go. Hey, Jackie Falk, meet Gassy Jack. Yeah, together they could be Gassy, Jackie, Falk. I gotta be careful again. Fangirl Gaming. When Foot says the injury to Hughes happened late last game, did anyone notice when it could have happened? Yeah, actually, I didn't hear Foot say that, but I haven't listened to any interviews yet. Late last game. Yeah, I didn't watch the Montreal game, so I don't know. Was it when they were scrambling to try and tie the game? But yeah, lower body, right, day to day, which is better than week to week for sure. Jessica, I'm not going to the game on Tuesday. I mentioned that earlier. You might not have heard it. I bowl on Tuesday nights, and I pay for that league, and I don't want to waste that money. So I am bowling on Tuesday night, not going to the Canucks versus Rangers game. Hi, Clay. What was the best part of tonight's game besides or when I'm very happy Petey's getting points? Yeah, the best part for me was watching Sherwood. He's so good right now. Obviously, contract season, and that's fine. So that was the best part on the ice, was just watching Sherwood. He could have had a hat trick. And then the best part off the ice was seeing so many familiar faces tonight. I love meeting new people, but there's something about seeing people that you already know and people that have supported you for a long, long time. What's the case to re-sign Sherwood? as a cheap top six forward or an expensive bottom six guy, I think the key to signing Sherwood is you do it because he's half Japanese. I love half Japanese guys. And he's the leading goal scorer on the team. And you can play him. I wouldn't put him as a first liner, but you can play him easily as a second liner if you need to in spot duty. Great penalty killer with his speed. Just love his passion. We'll see what the number. Remember when Dollywall said it could be 4 to 5? We're like, what are you talking about for Kiefer Sherwood? He's building a case, and 4 to 5 is going to be 4 to 5 million in a couple of years is going to be the current 2.5 to 3 million, right? Because of the way the salary cap is going up. They showed a clip of Hughes skating it out and stretching out his legs in between breaks. Not sure what he heard. Good to know, Kyle. Thank you. Do you think we're still in play for a bona fide 2C, or is Reichel doing it for us? Oh, thank you, Erwin. I meant to mention that. I was impressed by Reichel's game. A lot of speed, good defensive awareness. Almost scored on that cross-ice pass from Brock in the third period. I can't say for sure, and a couple people corrected me on my video saying he played center all throughout his AHL days, which is good to know. I think they're going to see how it goes, but if Reichel can be good, and if Hito makes progress and Bluger's not out too long, then it's not great, but it's not bad. Like PD, Reichel, Bluger, Sasson, or Ratu is a lot better than PD, Sasson, Ratu, Oman, right? Because, so you want Bluger back. Obviously, you want Hito hopefully to come back, and you want Reichel to have an impact. Oh, good timing, Tyler. I thought he's been good. And remember, he hasn't practiced with the team yet. He flew in yesterday, played against Montreal, played tonight. So I'm not sure if the Canucks will have a practice or a game tomorrow or a game day skate on Tuesday. Man, this compressed schedule makes it hard to get good practice time in. Oh, they showed it today. Okay, that's good to know. Game was great, Simon. I just talked about it for the last 20 minutes. Power play was good, patient, and the crowd was into it. Both Canucks fans and Oilers fans. Yeah, I with Mancini, maybe they want to get him evaluated tomorrow. I saw him awkwardly kind of skate off, but I couldn't tell what it was. Hey, Clay, I see by Reichel's stat line from the last two games, he had what in Chicago we call a Lucas Reichel-like game by going invisible and being a minus for plus minus. Yeah, to be honest with you, Windy City, and you wouldn't know this if you didn't watch the game, so I certainly, I'm not calling you out. He maybe didn't get any points, but he was very noticeable today, centering that second line and had a good scoring chance and playing defensively well. So I think he's been fine, to be honest with you. But yes, we would love a description of what we're getting in Lucas Reichel. NHL level is a left winger best. Okay, that's fine. What's your opinion about the new player? Simon just talked about him, but that was after you typed it. I think he's been okay so far. When PD's skate blade broke and he had to change his skates, apparently they broke. What was your vantage point of it? Actually, Fanger, I didn't notice this. When did this happen? I'm glad you brought that up. What period and what happened before? I did not even know. Frustrating game yesterday. We hate Montreal. Not everyone, but yeah. Who else needs a change of scenery that Canucks can trade for a higher round? Well, I haven't been impressed with Drew O'Connor, Fillmore, to be honest with you. I think he's kind of giving me Virtanen vibes, where he's got speed, he's got size, but I'm not sure if he's got it all there. He's the one player that for me, and I know a lot of people are going to say Vander Kane, but I might be the minority. I'm willing to wait it out a little bit for sure. Yeah, no, Swervin Yrvin, that's fine. Windy City Hockey has been in here before, for sure. But yes, we would love some insight from Windy City Hockey. Insight that only he or she can give. Hi, Clay. Was it a deserved and convincing win? Not convincing, because it went into overtime and Edmonton could have easily won it prior to overtime. But I think it was a deserving win. I thought the Canucks played really well, played disciplined for the most part. They were really engaged physically in the first period. And then I just think just natural hockey, natural fatigue. They weren't able to keep it up for the last two periods, especially as Edmonton scored 2 late goals. Oh, yeah, that's right. Skychin Alfred's in Toronto, right? Zaka is big. His skate blade broke, in the third period from blocking a shot. Amazing. Drew O'Connor. Oh yeah, you know it's funny, Swervin Yrvin. In saying shades of Jake Virtanen, I didn't even think about the number. No Evander Kane penalties for the win. That is true. So far, so good. Toronto, the Blue Jays fever here, so high. Everywhere I go, Blue Jays hats, hoodies, t-shirts, and jerseys. Nice. How long are you there for, Alfred? How long are you there for? All right, friends, I'll go for 10 more minutes. Tell me more about tonight's game. Who stood out to you? Was it Besser, Reichel, Garland, DeBrusk? Was it Kane? Was it Sherwood? Was it Hronek? 28 minutes. Was it Demko? Let me know. 2 back-to-back so far. First one, they concede a 2-goal lead. Second one, they take a 2-goal lead. Yeah, back-to-backs are tough. We have a lot, though. Demko sure making the difference from last year, even though Lankinen was good. Under the circumstances, this team is going well. Yeah, I think Lankinen was good last year and playing for a contract. Not that he's not playing hard this year, but I think maybe you guys would agree with me, maybe you won't, that we're seeing the big difference between Demko and Lankinen. A bona fide starter versus a good goaltender, but I think we're seeing the difference right now. So for Kyle, it was Sherwood and Besser who stood out the most. Yeah, Swervin, I didn't even see this. I don't know what the heck I was watching. Maybe I was too excited or meeting everyone and stuffing my face with popcorn. When did I heard them talking about the postgame. When and how did Hronek go down? When was that? I should probably just watch it on my phone. Let me just look real quick. Let's see. Hronek. I'll fall awkwardly to the ice. Oh, of course. Sorry. Yeah, of course. I saw that. That was right in front of me. And I didn't know it was Hronek because I saw them call, and then he fell down and he was, it was against our boards. It didn't even occur to me that he played 28 minutes after having that. I forgot about that fall. So hopefully we don't hear, he's tough, right? Hopefully we don't hear that he toughed it out and he's injured too. Can you imagine if Hughes and Hronek are both, I don't even want to talk about it. Respect to Hronek for toughing it out and finishing the game. Yes. What are your thoughts on Seattle right now? There's no way this is going to last, right, Jessica? There's no way. I don't like Seattle either. So how is my NFL pool doing today? Today, in my church league, which I was 5-2, I don't think I'm going to win. And I'm not going to win in my friends league, which I'm 2-5. So my 2-5 team stinks. Demko, Sherwood, and Besser were my favorite tonight. Great game. Awesome. Oh, by the way, hockey pools are doing much better than my football pools. Any other players Canucks can get such another Reichel? Yeah, I don't know, Fillmore, who's out there and who's maybe not being utilized by their teams right now. Demko stands out in EP40. Love it, Shannon. Should we have traded Lankinen and kept Shelovs? Too early to say. I know Shelovs has had a really good start to the season, but I don't think you can discount how good Lankinen was last year. Tough to say, fangirl. I was at the game. He kind of felt awkward. Yeah. All right. Scouting report on Lukas Reichel. A project. He's a guy who has a lot of speed, weak at the dot, but also a guy who could go invisible for long periods. Last year, he was the fourth line center for Maroon and Smith. Well, that doesn't sound very good. Maybe they're hoping that a change of scenery will help him. Landed on his right arm. Is that the same bad shoulder he's had? I know an arm's not a shoulder, but you know what I mean. You worried about our defense getting worn out? A little bit. Our top pair guys are doing so much heavy lifting, double shifting every game. Yeah, and maybe we're going to be tested. The Mancini got hurt. Now there's Vlander, Kudryavtsev. Maybe we're going to see them sooner than we thought. A German Mason Raymond. Connor Garland points to A style. Breaks through 70 points. That would be amazing because I took him in my fantasy pool. In my auction pool. Hronek's arm was pinned by a stick, so he just couldn't brace the fall and just face planted. Yikes. In Rockford, Rifles showed a lot of skill, but it really never worked out at the NHL level. That is an awesome scouting report. Thank you, Windy City. Go Rams, ABC. Thank you, BC. I just watched the Hockey Guy video, and he said Hronek might be out for a bit. He was holding on his shoulder after the game. That is not good. Why are you watching a Hockey Guy video when you're supposed to be watching? Just kidding, Jessica. You can watch whoever you want. Fillmore, Alvin's browser search history is first round bust. Vegas and Florida winning the cup is good for the league. To that point, Seattle being bad sucks for the league. I just don't like Seattle. Reichel was 60% tonight. Don't tell me your 2 or 5 has more Raiders on it. Nope. no Raiders on my teams. Verlander, I can see going in. Yep. I'm just kidding, Jessica. That's fine. If you guys see Kudryavtsev Abby highlights, he shows flashes of Hughes. He breaks ankle. Good skater for sure. Needs some experience, but can't blame him for being young. Yeah. There's Kudryavtsev, there's Sawyer Minio, there's Mancini, there's Verlander. So there's a lot of good young, especially once Myers retires, once Marcus Pearson gets older. So we definitely have some guys in the system for sure. I still don't get why people cry about the Sheelovs trade. He was literally unplayable last year. Yep, I agree with that. I'm not the biggest Sheelovs fan either. It's Vancouver is the answer. Awesome. I'll be at Rogers Center for Game 3 watch party. Nice. Looking for the Blue Jays playoff atmosphere. That's awesome, Alfred. I hope you have a great time. Minio scored today. It was great to see him in person. Nice. We'll cry about every trade until we win it all. It's going to be a lot of crying. Swervin Yrvin. Okay, friends, last 5 minutes. Get your hot takes in now because I will likely not. I'm just going to call it. I won't do a show tomorrow. I will do the open house on Tuesday. So your last takes. I was super high on Reichel when he was a prospect in Chicago, as I had his Rockford and Chicago jerseys. I want Reichel to find his game. Also note he wasn't drafted by current Blackhawks. Oh, that's good to know too. Yeah, so when you're, that's a great point, Windy City. Sometimes when you're not the guy, when you're not drafted by current regime, they have no loyalty to you and they don't worry so much about saving face. What a great point. I'm so glad you're here, Windy City. Are you actually living in Chicago or are you a Chicago fan transplanted somewhere? The next game, Jessica, that I am going to, I'm just looking up right now. I'm not going on Tuesday. Then it's my biggest work event. Oh, then Wednesday. So I can't go to games on Tuesday, Wednesday. So that takes out the next two. Rangers Tuesday. Then the next Wednesday, Chicago. And then November 8, 9 is my biggest work event of the year, the annual youth rally. So I can't do Columbus or Colorado. So my next game is the Winnipeg Jets. But then that kicks off 4 straight games for me. Jets, Stars, Flames, and Utah I will be going to. So 4 straight, but not until Remembrance Day. Why are you asking? You gonna come? We'll do a mukbang together. We've got to have a long winning streak, 5 or 6. Yeah, we need it. We need it for sure. Go Dodgers. We just got to hope Hughes is ready for Tuesday. That would be great. 2020 was a weird draft because of COVID. Yes. Canucks win 5-2. Awesome. I love it. Hot take. One of the upcoming World Series games will end 6-7 and all those Zubers. Irwin, at the Whitecaps game, before they had us, they showed the Whitecaps player we were number 6, the Whitecaps player number 7, and then they showed all these kids doing this. And then even when the 66th minute turned to the 67th minute of the Whitecaps game, everyone yelled out 6-7. Yeah, hopefully it's not serious indeed. Pods wasn't a JRPR. Good pick. I mean, good point. My hot take is Demko is going to get 3 shutouts and PD is going to break 95. I love it, Carol. I live near St. Louis, but I'm a season ticket holder for the Blackhawks and just got home from the game tonight. So I live 4.5 hours away from Chicago. What? You drive 4.5 hours for every Blackhawks home game? That is very impressive. Well, and thank you for tuning in here, Windy City. I'm so grateful for you. Sent you an email. We can talk later. Sounds good, Shannon. You might go to the Rangers. Nice. Doesn't seem like on the power play without Quinn, the guys seem to be more confident because they actually get the puck. And Quinn, for as good as he is, he does quarterback that power play where today, on the pity goal, we saw 4 of the 5 guys touch it and sling it around, which is pretty cool. I'll see my email. We'll see. None of us understand the 6-7 thing. Rangers got smoked by the Flames. Yeah, didn't Edmonton lose last night? And then we beat them tonight, which is good. 4-win Canucks over the Rangers. Imagine being at Ottawa 67. Bedard and Nazar dressed as 6 and 7. Oh, things 6 and 7. Oh, that's ridiculous. A half-season plan. Very, very good. All right, friends. I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to go read Shannon's email and hope that I'm not in trouble. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. You guys are so generous tonight, and I'm so grateful. Thanks to my sponsors, Advanced City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. And thanks to my legends, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary line change, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Swervin Yrvin, and legendary Andrew Chang, and to Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. Welcome to all new members live stream on Wednesday night. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. You can leave a late donation. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond. And there were a lot of you tonight. Lucas, legendary Lucas Gates, monthly membership message. Fillmore Wax, monthly membership message. Lucas Gates, donation. Jackie, donation. Dino with the big dono. Jackie with another donation. Shannon with the donation. Justin Credible with the donation. Skytrain Alvin with the donation. Fangirl with the donation. Skytrain Alvin with another donation. Carol with the donation. And Canuck Clay gifts 5 memberships. You're awesome. I'm awesome. The Canucks are awesome. With their 4-3 win, they go back up to 500 on the season. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here. And to everyone I saw tonight at the game, wonderful spending time with all of you. My friends, no show Monday night. Canucks After Dark, Tuesday at 10:15, and then open house soon afterwards on Tuesday night. Until then. Oh, leaderboard. Skytrain Alfred wins with $12.50 thanks to those 2 donations. So Skytrain Alfred wins the leaderboard. Dino with the dono comes in second. Fangirl third. Justin Credible fourth. And Lucas Gates fifth. That is our top 5 for tonight. Okay, for real. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. By the way, I'm just looking for my outro video. I can't even find it anymore. Where'd it go? I lost my outro video. So what am I going to play then? How did I lose it? Oh, I see it now. Okay. What do you call a Roman emperor with a cold? Yes. What do you call a Roman emperor with a cold? Julius Sneezer. Achoo. God bless. And go Canucks go. Booyah.